Welcome to another episode of Tea Time with True Success. I'm Coach Angela, and I'm here with my co-host Gabby, and today we're exposing something that hides in plain sight: fear and money. Grab your tea and let's get started.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. This one hits really deep because we don't always realize how fear quietly shapes our entire financial life.
I've heard people say fear is normal, even healthy, but let's be honest. While fear exists, there's nothing healthy about living in it. Fear breeds worry, and worry starts to control your life and your soul. People are lying in bed, wide awake, stressing about bills. This isn't God's plan. Fear creeps in slowly, and we don't even realize we're operating in fear until it has grown into something big. We start making decisions based on fear, or worse, not making decisions at all. I call fear a four-letter curse word. It damages your direction. You end up in a mental tug-of-war between fear and faith. I don't really care for fear because that really disturbs my spirit when I'm enveloped in it. So how do you deal with fear?
I think people in general have fear of success, fear of failure, fear of just sometimes even living, and I think it takes a whole lot of self-practice to be able to overcome your fears, because people can have even fear of driving. Like for me, honestly, I had fear of driving for like a very long time because I had certain experience in the past that I really didn't like, and it really took me like a lot of willingness and constant like training for myself to be like, it's in my brain, that's why I'm scared. But really, for me to go out there and drive is, as long as I learn, as long as I know what to do, right, I take the lessons and everything, like I should be fine. So I think what I had to really do is that constant convincing to myself and imagine the worst case scenarios, I guess, and be prepared. Because I think that's what really scares us, like, oh, what if this happens? How am I going to be able to handle this? Like, it's the consequences. I think that causes fear a lot of times.
Yes.
So it's like, how am I going to handle that? What if, like, how do I get over all these things? So I think if we're prepared for the consequences, or at least we're aware and we know how to take care of those consequences, I think it will help you at least overcome or like practice getting over like
or minimizing
your
that fear
a little bit.
Yeah. So probably about 3 years ago, I got to a place that I was becoming very fearful about driving too. Mm-hmm. And I didn't understand where that fear came from. I didn't like driving at night. I didn't like driving. And it was like the way people were driving. It was like stressing me out so bad. And it would drain me to the point that I had so much fear that every time I came in the house, I had to lay down for a few minutes just to get myself calm and relaxed and just get my mind back together. But then I decided to ask myself, why on earth? You used to drive like you're crazy. Not you can't give me a ticket now, but I used to drive like 90 miles per hour and wouldn't even think nothing of it, and just rushing, going down the road, in and out of traffic. And I was like, what is the problem? All of a sudden I got afraid of curves, got afraid of hills, afraid of everything. And then when it started to get dark, it's like, okay, I need to be quiet. I can't handle this. So the stress was a lot. And so I said, and the fear was a lot. So I was like, okay, time out.
Why? What is triggering me?
What triggered me?
It has to be something that's triggering you.
And I found out it was something small. And it was a fear that I started developing. So then all of a sudden, every little thing that happened started making me fearful. I became afraid of a lot of stuff. And I'll tell people in a minute, I'm not afraid. I don't have a reason to be afraid because I've seen how God protects me. I've seen how He keeps me. So what am I afraid of? And I realized that fear kind of overflowed into everything. It overflowed into my finances. It overflowed into my children. It overflowed. It just kept coming. I was like, oh my God, I hope my child is
Like, I
okay.
can't.
Oh my God, I hope this is okay. Oh, I hope nothing happened in my bank account. I haven't checked it out in a while.
The anxiety.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts. And to a place I had to actually seek help, because I think I let the fear come on so much that I was afraid about everything. So I decided to contact a therapist and a psychiatrist. And I was like, I need help. I'm
Get me
afraid of
out of this.
everything. You know? And it's crazy because I did get some help. I did start taking this medication that it didn't really agree with me. No, it actually helped me think and process a little bit. It kind of minimized the fear. And then I was able to actually examine, where on earth did this thing come from? And when I discovered it, I replaced it with different affirmations. Like, no, you can't win. You know, God does not give us the spirit of fear, but he gives us the spirit of a sound mind, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, if this is it, then I can't be fearful. I remember a minister said, in the Bible, it's 365 times mentioned, fear not. And 365. And how many days of the year we have? 365. Yeah. Exactly. So, and it's mentioned that many times in the Bible for us not to fear. Then when we get up in the morning, then we should tell ourselves that we have nothing to fear. We have a calm spirit. We have a sound mind. We will operate in faith. We will operate in truth. We will not be defeated by fear. And that's why I call it a curse word. I remember years ago, I wrote down that fear is a 4-letter curse word. And I was like, it will curse your life. And I do not have room for that curse. You know, I don't have room for that fear. So for me, just taking that medicine, I only took it for 2 months actually, but taking that medicine actually helped me come back to a place and saying, wait a minute, God has a bigger plan for us, and it's definitely not fear. And why am I worried about that? Or why am I worried about this? And I've got to see God, like I told you before, in so many ways in my life. Then who should I be afraid of? What should I be afraid of? And why am I wasting my time being afraid? Right. So what do you think about that?
I mean, I think even for me, when you start saying like, oh, with God, you know, you can't fear anything, like he is there to protect you. I think that's one way I think I really got over also my fear of driving, because every time like I drive now, I'm like, he's there with me, he will protect me. It's like I imagine there's a shield over my car.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know he's my shield, so I know he will be there watching out for me and guiding me through this. So I'm like, if I have that, I'm fine. Yeah. So I don't even like really worry about, usually I don't like going into unfamiliar neighborhoods or roads that I don't know, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to expect, but I'm like, it's okay. And then when I start like freaking out a little bit, I'll be like, nah, I'm good. God is with me. Like, yep, God is with me. I'll literally keep like repeating that. And then I calm down. Like I'm fine. I'm like, oh, I did it. Nothing happened to me. See, like, and then now I start believing more in it. And now I'm like much more comfortable. So
that is good.
God
I'm
is
glad to hear that. I don't have that fear either.
Yeah, it's like we're way past it now. I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm like, yep, I can go and drive. I have to drive to work now. I don't have any choice. So so yeah. So that's pretty, God is really great.
God is really good, especially to help you calm your spirit. And another thing about fear, I know that the Holy Spirit is meant to comfort us. And I am always saying, okay, it's comfort time. I need some comfort, you know, especially because things are going to happen in your life that will open up the door for fear. But it's what you do with it. It's how you respond
how you
to
manage it.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you're not going to stay here. You're not taking residence up in this camp. I need you to go. Yeah, so no.
Yeah.
Like
People actually even end up having fear of success. Like, people are so successful, they have a
yes.
lot of money, they have businesses, they have houses, they literally they're financially stable, and those people still have fear
I
because
know.
with more, of course, money, more recognition, more responsibilities, the more you have to lose, the more you have to risk.
Yeah.
And that's something I think people have to somehow find a way to overcome that. Because if we get stuck in that loop of fear, like, oh my gosh, if I get successful, how am I going to be able to handle all this? Like, what if I lose it all? How am I going to be able to rebuild all that? So I think having that confidence, like building that confidence in yourself, like, and believing in yourself that you can do anything, you don't have to let fear get in your way. I guess that helps.
Yeah.
I think I'm also figuring it out right now. It's like we're all figuring it out as we go.
Right. So, because every day is a learning experience. Everything is a journey. Our whole path is a full journey. And on that journey, you're going to come across something. And Psalms 23, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And knowing that in itself, it gives me peace. Like, God is never going to leave us. He's never going to forsake us. Yes, we might encounter something that's going to cause that fear, but we get to tell that fear goodbye. Yeah. It's not allowed here. And we will. So there's also this thing, you ever hear that saying, new level, new devil? Yes, every level you take in your life, there's a whole different form of a challenge. It's always going to be. It's almost like you graduate. When you get out of elementary school, now you have a whole new thing that you got to deal with this group of peers, and then graduation, and you have something else you have to deal with. Going across that stage after you get your diploma from a college, you can only imagine the palpitations that these people actually feel. I'm like, I feel for the young, because one, they have so much that they can give and so much they can offer, because you have learned so much and you're in this whole new world of more technology, more things that I had when I was young. But I feel for them, because at the same time, most of them are so afraid of coming up from under their parents' wings. They want to,
but do
they really want to?
It's like they're comfortable. They don't want to leave that comfortable nest.
Yes, I'm so afraid. I don't want to go out here and explore this world. What if I don't make it? What if I don't have enough money? What if I don't have this? And it becomes a whole what if game. How about saying, I receive every learning experience. I receive it, because that's going to be part of your growth. It's your growth, the challenges you experience is going to attribute to your next level. Yeah.
I think when we're young, it's that unknowingness. Like, you don't know what's happening. So it's like, what if I fail? Like, what if I don't know what to do?
The fear of the unknown.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. So it's not even so much as people fearful of success or fearful of failure. They're fearful of what they don't know. And that's what it all comes down to.
Fear of the unknown. You literally said the word. I was like, what is that? Unknown. I know there's a sentence for it.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody want to walk that walk. But can we be honest? You have to walk that walk. I mean, there is no other way. You're here on earth. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. And you're going to have to enter into things that you don't know or don't understand.
Yeah, I'm actually glad I took that walk, because I didn't want to leave my family too. But then I was like, yep, I'm leaving. I'm going to go figure it out. And because I did that, I'm where I am right now.
Yeah. You're doing
No, I'm
so
thinking, I'm like,
well.
if I was there, oh no, my life would have been different. I was like,
Yes.
I'm glad I left the nest.
Yeah, and you're doing so well because a lot of times you have to leave the nest. I mean, there's a whole book, well, not the whole book, but in Genesis where Abraham was called away from his parents. I mean, can you imagine? And can you even imagine? I can just, when I read that story and saying, okay, leave your family and leave all of this, I have a whole land for you. I'm like, hold up, I'm rich here. I'm well taken care of here.
I'm good here.
I mean, and then he, having to leave with his wife, and his wife probably wants a whole plan. I mean, I know that's what it been me. No, we need to work this out. I need to see the full plan outlined and everything. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah. So I can only imagine, but we got to see his life and how it turned out. And it was in abundance. So sometimes you just have to walk that walk of faith.
Walk it.
Well, not sometimes, all the time.
All the time.
All the time. I don't
gotta do it.
Don't misinterpret that sometimes. You have to walk it all the time.
Walk it.
Fear, say goodbye to it. Because faith conquers fear.
I agree. And even people who seem successful with big homes, nice cars, they are often more stressed about money than ever.
Exactly. They worry about everything. What if the market crashes? What if the economy fails? Their what ifs get so loud they smother faith and invite fear. So here's the hard truth. If you work only for money, you become a slave to it. That hit me deep. So I had to revamp how I look at money. It changed how I approach everything. I had to redirect my faith, God first. According to Matthew 6:33, it says, seek first the kingdom of God, his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.
So you think that even starting a business doesn't guarantee you any kind of freedom?
Absolutely not. You can build a business and still be in bondage if you don't structure it with purpose, equity, and ownership. You've got to make money work for you, not the other way around. I'll be talking more about that in the upcoming episode.
And fear can stop you from even exploring your gifts and your callings.
Yes, fear blocks the voice of direction. You'll miss open doors because you're too scared to walk through them.
So what do we do when we have that fear creeping in?
That's a great question. Here's how to fight back. Step 1, acknowledge it. You can't defeat what you won't admit. Step 2, challenge it with truth. Ask yourself, is this fear or faith talking? Is this fear based on lack or faith in God's promise? And 3, choose faith anyway. Follow the Spirit of God. Trust in his plan for your life. Declare his word over your journey. The God of truth will never stir you wrong.
I agree with those tips. I think we shouldn't let fear decide our future at all.
Exactly. And in our next episode, we'll show you how to break free from financial bondage and truly make money work for you, not you working for it. Until then, stay encouraged.
And stay aligned. This is Tea Time with True Success.
Have a good evening.
Have a good evening.